Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as the wildfires finally start to calm down, officials are warning Kentuckians to stay vigilant. Plus, Sunday in Lexington got a little wild after a woman stole an ambulance and took it for a joyride.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are just past 6:30 on November 21st. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And we're seeing that rain out there, Brandon, that's for sure.
Listen, it's making me sleepy. I don't know about you, but it's making me sleepy.
Time for a nap.
Exactly, but not yet. We're talking about that heavier bands of rain coming through this morning, and it's much needed. We've been, not only the fires, we've been super dry for the last couple of weeks, and we definitely need this rain. So again, we're getting it this morning, some pockets of heavy rain working their way through the mountains as we speak, heading into the afternoon hours. Lake Cumberland, a little bit foggy out there this morning. That's a byproduct of that rain out in Pulaski County, and we're continuing to see temperatures that are kind of back and forth just a little bit. 48 in Wise, 49 in Grundy, 48 also in Moorhead and Ashland, and 49 in Irvin, but everybody else is 50 or above. But right now, it's kind of between 50 and 55, so it's kind of a little bit stable. It was actually going up for a little bit. We'll still go up a little bit later today as the rain starts to move out. But for now, we're going to be seeing 50s out there for daytime highs. Maybe 60 if you get a little bit lucky and the rain moves out a little bit faster. But it's going to be a dreary day across the mountains. More on that forecast coming up in just a little bit. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon. And as many of you all know, it has been a busier than normal forest fire season across the mountains. Kentucky forestry officials say in all 266 fires have burned and nearly 34,000 acres. But as of yesterday, there were officially no active fires. Kentucky Division of Forestry Wildfire Mitigation Specialist Kesley Baker says folks need to remain aware, not just until the fall fire season ends on December 15th, but beyond.
You know, anytime you burn outdoors, you need to check the weather first before you do anything, because even if it's after 6 p.m., if you have high winds, it may still not be safe.
Baker says they always like to remind folks of the saying, learn before you burn, encouraging people to ensure the environment is safe as they prepare to burn. A Kentucky woman is facing numerous charges after police say she stole an ambulance from Wayne County and took it on a wild ride through downtown Lexington. It happened Sunday night. Several people say the ambulance nearly hit them. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to them and has more on what could have been a tragedy.
A crosswalk with the light showing that it was safe to cross, or so they thought.
We felt like a rush of air, and it was really loud, like a car going by. And then we turn around and look down Euclid, and there is an EMT swerving into the bike lane.
The ambulance almost hit them, and they say that it was out of control.
And that gurney was on it, about to roll out of the back.
The friends believe they were almost the tragic victims of an ambulance stolen from St. Joseph East in a joyride that started there and ended at a Walmart across town.
We're pretty lucky in how close we were, how close of a call it was.
It took a crew that we desperately need, out of circulation, and also the ambulance too, which, after even the ambulance was drivable, then we got it back, it still had to be taken down and inspected.
Police say that Jerica Hayes ignored a bunch of traffic rules, ignored stop signs and traffic lights, went the wrong way down one-way streets, and almost hit a bunch of people from here at the hospital all the way through Lexington and also at the Walmart there on New Circle Road. Hayes is now charged with a half-dozen offenses, including theft and wanton endangerment.
Yeah, she didn't even honk. The only honk we heard was the lady that was turning, who pulled over and asked if we were okay.
Wayne County EMS officials say the ambulance was checked over and should be back in service by Tuesday. In Lexington, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The Wayne County EMS director says they are installing anti-theft devices on their vehicles to prevent this from happening again. A Laurel County deputy was injured in a chase with a suspect over the weekend. 37-year-old Christopher Bowling faces multiple charges, including wanton endangerment, fleeing, and resisting arrest. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the deputy was responding to the report of a stolen pickup truck. They say when the vehicle was spotted, Bowling ran, leading to a scuffle with the deputy down an embankment. The deputy injured his leg. He was treated at the hospital and released. 2 people charged with murder in connection to the death of a toddler in Whitley County will be back in court next week. Yesterday morning, both Brittany Slaughter and Adam Hayes entered not guilty pleas. The bond for both is $500,000. The body of 4-year-old Chloe Darnell was found in the woods by a cemetery on Friday. Both Slaughter and Hayes are scheduled back in court next Monday. A London man is behind bars after police say he assaulted a minor following an argument. 41-year-old Christopher Smith was arrested Sunday night off Line Creek Road, about 8 miles south of London. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to the scene after receiving a disturbance complaint. During an investigation, a deputy discovered Smith reportedly assaulted a minor after a verbal argument. Smith was charged with assault. One church in eastern Kentucky is coming together this weekend to feed thousands. The annual community Thanksgiving dinner has grown through the years. Starting its first year with a goal to feed 3,000, it has expanded that reach through several counties this year with plans to feed 17,000 people in need. Appalachia Wireless Arena General Manager Larry Miller says he looks forward to this event every year.
It's a blessing to be able to give back to the community and to utilize this building to give back to the community. You know, they give to us all year long. They come to the events, they support us, and this is the one time a year we really get to support the community.
Volunteers are asked to be at the arena by 8 a.m. Thursday to help make the mission a success. Arena doors open to feed the public at 10 a.m. A Knox Central High School alumni currently attending the U.S. Naval Academy returned to the region to share stories of her experience. Leanna Osborne graduated from Knox Central in 2019. She was accepted in the Naval Academy, where she is majoring in political science and minoring in Arabic. Osborne returned to speak to students at the high school. She says her hometown was a big help in getting her ready for the academy.
The great thing about this area is the sense of community, and I felt that here, and once I visited the Naval Academy, it was confirmed. I knew I'd have that sense of community at the Naval Academy too, and it was something I craved, I think, coming from a special town like Barbourville, and it's been fulfilled since being at the Naval Academy.
Osborne will graduate in spring of 2024 and plans to serve the country afterwards.
6:41 here on this Tuesday morning. Pretty soggy out there in some spots, especially down along the I-75 corridor and stretching all the way back over toward basically Pike, Floyd, Knott, and Letcher counties. There are parts of those 4 counties as well, up into parts of Magoffin County. Getting a little bit soaked this morning. So again, it's just everywhere. It's just out there this morning. Taking a little closer to some of those areas, Manchester to London along the Howard Rogers Parkway, I-75 through Corbin and over toward Williamsburg, Middlesboro, and over toward Barbourville and Bell County and Knox County. And again, going up US 119 and US 23 from Jenkins over toward Dorton and Pikeville, getting a pretty good little soaker right now. Moorhead, kind of in a lull right now, but we are watching some heavier pockets of rain. 46 up there right now. South-southeast winds at 11. That's consistent winds. We've got a wind advisory for the highest elevations until later today. And of course, you see those temperatures kind of steady there in the 40s and 50s as you head out the door this morning. Your out the door forecast, we are going to see rain chances continue off and on throughout the day. They will be heavy, and we'll see conditions top out in the upper 50s for daytime highs. Olivia?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. If you're catching a flight for the holidays, you might want to hit the road soon because travel season has begun.